Okay, so we need to talk about how you know whether you're having a healthy, normal, ovulatory cycle. In order to get pregnant, you definitely want to make sure that you're having a healthy and normal cycle because those who do fall pregnant more easily. I generally ask about 5 things: regularity, pain, amount of blood loss, associated symptoms, and whether or not you think you're ovulating. The first one is its regularity. If you don't already, start tracking cycle day 1, which is your first day of full flow. The amount of days in between cycle day 1 from one cycle to cycle day 1 of the next cycle should be relatively regular for you. It's okay if it varies by a day or 2 here and there, but generally speaking, you want your periods to come every 26 to 35 days. If it's much shorter than that, like if you have a 21-day cycle, or much longer than that, say 40, 60, 180 days in between your periods, too short and too long are things that we want to investigate. The second thing that I always ask about is period pain. Hashtag period pain is not normal. The experience of having your period and being aware that your body is shedding its endometrial lining is definitely normal. So if you have a heaviness sensation in your uterus, you're kind of aware that there's a little bit of discomfort there, but you don't have to treat it. That's the key. That's really normal. But if you reach for something like Advil, Motrin, if you have to take a day off of work or a day off of school, or especially if you have really severe pain that doesn't get touched by those painkillers and you end up in the hospital for your pain, that's not normal. The amount of blood that you lose in a given cycle is also a really important consideration. We want your period to not be too scanty when it comes to fertility, meaning I want you to have a good 3 to 5 days of bleeding. Heavy bleeding is defined by losing more than 80 milliliters of blood over the course of a period. For context, a regular tampon or a regular pad will hold 5 mils of blood. So if you are fully soaking through more than 16 regular tampons or regular pads over the course of a period, that's too much blood loss. And then at some point mid-cycle, there should be some awareness of having ovulated. When you start to really pay attention to your body will send you signals that it is ready to ovulate. Whether you track your basal body temperature, you track your cervical fluid, you may even notice that you can feel the event of ovulation. All of those things are signs that you are actually ovulating in a given cycle. The last thing is associated symptoms. So for example, do you get a lot of premenstrual symptoms? Does your mood change? Do your bowels change? Do you get acne, headaches, sleep disturbances, night sweats? Those things to me are a sign of subtle cellular imbalances. Ideally, your period comes out of nowhere. It will last 3 to 5 days of moderate flow. You don't get a lot of associated symptoms. You don't have pain that you need to treat. And you are aware of ovulation somewhere in the middle of your cycle. And that's it. Spread the word.